Tryna slide with a eater, like she told the knock so I need her. Bad little pistol back, I ain't Brina, like.
That's why nobody do nothing to him when they see him, because they know it's like.
Rap beef usually always ends in embarrassment or even worse.
Yo, can we talk about this video real quick?
Because they know it's like.
Rap beef.
I would never get done up like the nigga in this video. Nigga took a shit, punched him in the face, went home crying, recorded in his car talking about something. Yo, I'm good. Face still pretty. Nigga got his shit beat. I'm not gonna lie. After that video, no one was fucking with the baby after that. Me included. I just put my hands up and say, hey, that nigga got it, bro. I'm not fucking with the baby after I saw this video, bro. Gangster.
Usually always ends in embarrassment or even worse, harm. Even people like 6ix9ine, someone you never would have thought would get touched, was recently beat up and recorded. But unlike 6ix9ine, this one internet troll has said some of the most disrespectful things you could think of and has not been touched yet.
Yo, this gotta be one of the funniest niggas on the internet,
but
bro.
You feeling me out and I'm telling you I'm in character. You, nigga. And your hood in Chicago and everything King Von stand for. Stomp on his head, King Von did.
Charleston White is a Texas native.
What the? What the? R.I.P. King Bob. That shit is
that has taken over the rap side of the media lately, and while doing so, has exposed a lot of rappers for not being as tough as they claim. From him beefing with half of the rap community to the police saying that they won't protect him. How is this dude still moving around freely? Well, today, we're here to find out. Before all this rap drama, Charleston White was a motivational speaker and community activist residing in Dallas, Texas. But in late 2021, Charleston found a new way to get his voice heard and projected into the mainstream media. He started off by talking to young black men about their futures and trying to figure out a plan for them. But when he noticed it wasn't taking off like expected, he started targeting rappers. He did this because he saw how closely young people follow their favorite rappers and how they're willing to keep up with anything they do or say. He decided to start dissing them to expose who they really are behind the rap image and show these young black men that a lot of these street rules are just setting you up to fail. It all started when some young guys commented "Free TK" on his Instagram live. This got Charleston fired up. He went to his friend who served time on similar charges as TK and asked him how much time he served, and when he replied 18 years, Charleston laughed. He said TK at least has to serve 10 years to learn his lesson.
Now, how much time you did on that 28? 18?
Goddamn right.
So goddamn it, TK hadn't even done 10 years yet. So that little motherfucker gotta do some more time for y'all to go to Highland Body free that nigga. Hold on.
Charleston is a law-abiding citizen and a firm believer.
Hey, twin. We both civilians in this bit, you feel me? I don't get into no gangs, no problems, no none of that. I love me some peace.
The prison system. He even says he believes all black boys from the city should spend at least 2 years in prison or
okay, this nigga is talking crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Or 4 years in the military. Now that's kind of wild, but like most of his wild statements, he has some decent reasoning behind it.
For one, it teaches discipline because most black boys don't have self-discipline, they don't have self-will, they don't have emotional discipline. They don't have any training, they don't have any skills, they can't read, they don't know how to physically strengthen their bodies. And prison and the military teaches all this.
He even spoke on Young Thug when he got locked up, saying how the little jail time
Free Thug, bro. No funny shit. Free that man, bro.
he has already served has already improved him. But knowing Charleston, you gotta know he threw in some jokes in there too.
That's why I recommend jail, I'm telling you. That's why I recommend it. He doing he ain't never done before. He raps sober. And listen how he sound rapping sober. He sounds so good. He gave reference to the Lord. He even talked about being a father, spending time with his daughter. See how jail do a nigga's ass?
But if he feels like you haven't learned your lesson, he is quick to call the police and send you right back to jail, just like he did with this one rapper named PMG
this nigga fake spin.
Back in July 2022, Charleston got into an argument with OG Percy about how he is an old gangbanger and is not being a good role model for the youth.
OG Percy, right? He's a Crip, right?
Yeah.
And you feel as though
He a 52-year-old Crip. He a 52-year-old Crip. That's not shameful. All your children have been to jail. You smoking weed on camera with your kids with guns, and they just coming home from jail.
Percy's son, PMG God, didn't like how Charleston was talking to his dad, so he threatened to harm him. After some investigation, Charleston found out PMG was out on bond, and he immediately called the police on him and said he was being threatened with weapons. The police arrested PMG that night, and he was later sentenced to 20 years. Charleston bragged about this situation in a few of his videos, taunting his enemies and letting them know not to threaten him.
But yeah, PMG. No more PM. I'm the one got him arrested, remember? I'm the one made the phone call online and said that PMG was threatening me, and he got arrested that night. And guess how much time he got, y'all? 20 mother years. Ooh, that's a long mother time.
Yo, this nigga's like an IRL King Ruckus, bro. This is the closest we got to King Ruckus in the real world, bro.
But PMG isn't the only rapper he's called the police on. In an interview with Say Cheese, Charleston admitted that he called the police on Flo Malcolm, an Atlanta rapper, after he made a video saying Charleston was banned from Atlanta. Charleston said he recorded the videos of Malcolm holding weapons, threatening him to the police, and now he currently has 3 felony warrants and will be extradited in any of the 50 states he's caught in.
So Flo Malcolm has more than 3 active felony warrants out for him, and he would be extradited in all 50 United States, no matter where he's arrested at.
He also got into an argument with King Yella after Yella disagreed with.
Yo, this nigga's like top Civ. Fucking up these big name ass gangsters.
With some of his statements he said
sick.
about
I'm not
Chicago
gonna lie.
rappers. I think Charleston White's biggest break into the mainstream media was when he went all out on King Von and straight up disrespected half of the Chicago rap community to show the world that they aren't as tough as they say.
This nigga
Charleston
is so
explained
hilarious,
that people should not show as much sympathy
and
for
I don't
a
want to
murderer
laugh
like King
because
Von.
he's dissing the
And
dad,
he
bro,
even
but
built a
this shit is
relationship
so
with Lil
funny,
Tim,
bro.
King Von's killer, applauding him for putting a stop to this violent character.
Yeah, King Von professed to be a demon. When did we start loving demons? It ain't Halloween year round. King Von was a nigga that talked about these people, bragged about it in songs, but because he can tell you how well he people by rhyming, motherfucker love him.
But while talking about Von,
Yo, hear me out, bro. This nigga spitting. He's talking that shit. Everything he's saying right now, 100% sense. Hasn't missed a single time. I'm not gonna lie. The shit he says, crazy as fuck. But the nigga got some reason and some backbone to it, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like, let me chill.
he had to include FBG Duck too. This is when King Yellow stepped in, and he said he doesn't like how Charleston is talking down on the dead. Charleston went a little too far and called Yellow's daughter some foul things, and like most parents would do, Yellow got fired up instantly. He said in an interview with Say Cheese, he was gonna smack the fire out of Charleston when he saw him. When Charleston saw this interview, he called Yellow's probation officer and said he was being threatened by Yellow, and even called him a very dangerous gang member.
Probation, how can I help you?
Yes, ma'am. I'm trying to locate the probation officer of a well-known gang member. There's one in particular by the name of King Yellow. That I was told he's on probation out of Las Vegas, but he's a well-known, influential, powerful Chicago gang leader. And this guy has went on a major platform and made terroristic threats and said that he's going to bring physically and bodily harm to me.
And even though no legal action was taken on Yella, he still stays far away from Charleston because he sees.
Yo, he really got these niggas on a leash.
How dangerous beefing with him could be. So one reason why he's untouched is due to him being so deep into the legal system and quick to call the police. And despite him being one call away from protection, the Houston Police Department doesn't want anything to do with him. While Charleston was beefing with Jay Prince, better known as the Godfather of Houston, one of his events in Houston was canceled because Jay Prince banned him, and the police said they weren't going to protect him. This surprised Charleston because he has never seen a rapper run an entire city,
that's a capital M
including
motion
the police
right there.
department. So he said, forget the Houston police. He has his own weapons to protect himself.
Everybody ain't scared of Jane Prince. And I'm telling Houston, f y'all too. Yeah, f the Houston Astros, f the Houston Crips and Bloods, f All the hoods in Houston. Y'all, nigga.
This whole situation was crazy because if Houston police won't protect him,
Oh, this
who
shit
will?
is
Well,
funny,
that's
bro.
when he takes
You
matters
can't
into
lie,
his
my
own
nigga.
hands and defends himself. Charleston has shown his self-defense collection off many times in live videos, interviews, and even in public. He carries multiple tools such as police batons, mace, brass knuckles, and even a rusty railroad spike.
Now, what is this nigga doing with a railroad screw? He don't even know I got this little screw in my hand. And when he walk up on me, oh, I did a nigga like that one time with this.
This nigga is dead as Uncle Ruckus, bro. I'm jacking it, bro. IRL Uncle Ruckus. You seeing him live in the flesh. He even got the same face as him right now.
He didn't know what hit him. Now, I took off running. Yeah, I took off running. Before that nigga can raise up, I was already in the car with my head out the window hollering, ah, that's what you get. Now, had he would have caught me, he was gonna beat the shit out of me. And I knew it too.
And when he's in legal states, he might carry some fire, as we can see when he pulled it out on an interview one time. And best believe, Charleston isn't afraid to use any of these in a
Nigga, is that a whip?
real life situation. Let's look at his situation with Soulja Boy, for example. A lot of rappers who beefed with Soulja Boy in the past are now dead. And even though Soulja has nothing to do with these deaths at all, he still made it seem like he was some untouchable demon. Charleston White called Soulja out on this in an interview, saying that Soulja is a coward and he never got in the field, so he can't boast about their deaths. Soulja saw this interview and started beef with Charleston, saying that he was gonna harm him next
They
time
done
he
touched
saw
your
him.
gangster, Big Soulja.
Play like that, bro. Y'all know I don't play like that, bro. Everybody know, bro. I do not play like that, bro. I don't get on no motherfucking live, nigga. Don't get on no motherfucking interview, nigga. Y'all bloggers, bro. Y'all get niggas, bro.
So when Soulja finally saw Charleston out in public, he confronted him with a group of guys. Charleston didn't ask any questions and immediately started macing Soulja, making him instantly fold and back off. This scenario showed us that if Charleston feels like something is fishy, he is quick to grab that mace and let it rip.
Hey, that nigga Soulja Boy said, man, you, that nigga say, bro, you maced me? Yeah, nigga.
Yo, this nigga's a fucking maniac.
Another time he was
I'm
confronted
jacking
in
it,
public
bro.
was
He's
when
a
he met up
maniac.
with 600 Breezy. 600 Breezy didn't like most of the things Charleston was
Yo,
saying
he's
about King
Aki.
Von and wanted to have a talk
Can't
with
lie.
him about it. Charleston had no idea he was supposed to be linking up with Breezy that day. He said he was out there for a movie premiere and 600 Breezy just happened to be an actor in the movie. So when he got there, they took Charleston to the hood and he was introduced to Breezy. Breezy started to press him, asking him what was his problem with King Von and people from Chicago. Charleston started to get worried, so he immediately started to check his surroundings. But despite Charleston being
Small man.
outnumbered, he still stood on his words and even said he was willing to die behind what he says.
Man, I don't know what's going on. So I gotta
At least
look
he died
and
by what he said.
try to check and see what's going on behind me, see how these niggas looking. That's quick thinking. So, you know, as I assess the situation, you know, you hear me say what I say, man, I'm willing to die behind what I say.
After they talked, Breezy said he better not see Charleston in public or it'll be a problem. Charleston joked about it and said, I'll come to Chicago, book me, and watch I show up with the whole sheriff department. Breezy said that Charleston is dangerous because he'll start something and then
He's top civ. Just like me, top civilian. We love God and we respect the peace, you heard? I love being a civilian.
call the police on you when you make a move.
He's dangerous, bro. And he's dangerous for the fact that he'll throw a rock at you and then call the police on you. Yeah, I don't that old nigga. He a troll, bro. It's like, that's why nobody do nothing to him when they see him, because they know it's like.
But another reason.
Yo, I'm fake scared of that nigga, bro. I don't know how the fuck I get intimidated through a screen, bro. But he like a scary ass nigga, bro. I would not fuck with him. Charleston White. Wow.
Reason why nobody has touched Charleston yet is because he constantly reminds people that most of his actions are just him portraying a character, and his main focus is helping the youth become better people.
They keep forgetting. I'm telling them, bruh, I'm a community activist pretending to be this online.
They so caught up in social media, they are overlooking real life shit.
And no matter how much you don't believe him, he has shown proof that he is genuinely trying to help. After spending most of his youth committing crimes, Charleston had his daughter and decided to turn his life around. He enrolled into college for education and criminal justice and founded a youth program called HYPE, or Helping Young People Excel. His program traveled throughout Texas and spoke at halfway houses, juvenile facilities, and even high schools. He even took 2 days out of each week to volunteer and speak to newly released inmates and give them knowledge about starting trades, learning new skills, and even getting back into school. Charleston genuinely looked out for his people because he was in their shoes at once. He even used to walk through his neighborhood, engaging with the community and trying to make sure the children have a great, enjoyable place to grow up. But even with all the trolling he does now, his main focus is still helping the community. Charleston has even linked up with FBG Duck, Tuka, and Lil Snoop's mothers to give them a voice and try to help stop the violence in Chicago. He brought them on many talk shows and even gave them money to help them get back on their feet. So Charleston can be extremely disrespectful at times, and some people have every reason to hate him, but at the end of the day, when the video stops recording, the Rat Williams character goes away and Charleston White goes back to being an activist and helping the youth. Let me know in the comments how you feel about Charleston. Do you love him?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't agree with some of the shit he says, bro, but Charleston White is one funny ass nigga. Look, like this shit right here. Charleston White tells Aunt Grizzly, "I will kill you if you slap me." Wow, nigga, like this nigga is too funny. A comedian, bro.